Damn, these freaking allergies, you know, getting in my eyes whilst reading this chapter, making my eyes water. Alright guys, Shinigami Sam, here to review Bleach chapter 634, and if I'm like being serious, this is one of the most impactful deaths of a stair emitter that we've seen so far. Because compared to like Gremmy or like any other Quincy that's died, and there hasn't been much to be fair, is it? Like some of them, but most of them, they just, if they died, they just kind of got pwned, like they just got wrecked. So definitely this death, I'm not gonna lie, Cooper done it brilliantly. The death, how Cooper set out Grimjaw's death, I think it was good. I think it was done very well. Even though I would have loved to get a bit more on the Burning Full Fingers. I always thought it was gonna be Burning Finger 5, but Burning Full Finger, that was pretty cool. And honestly, I just really love this chapter. This chapter had a lot of stuff, and by also reading this chapter, I also got I've got like a lot of theory crafting kind of stuff like going on. I'm just gonna be like diving in and everything, just get into all these stuff. So pretty much this chapter, if you read back throughout what is it, the past 3 chapters, because I think this is from 4, I believe. So it's been 4 chapters of the whole Bazz B and Jugo, not Bazz B and Hashwell kind of thing. So they've been fighting all this time. Hashwell hasn't gotten attacked. Like you haven't seen, Hashwell hasn't really gotten any injuries. And I've just realised he hasn't. It's like, you can really. If this was like, if Juho Bark didn't have the Almighty, if just another Sturmer walked past, just like a servant, one of those normal like Quincy's, whatever, they walked past and they just saw Hashwell walking by, they probably would have realised Hashwell went into a full fight, because look at Hashwell, he's still looking fine, like nothing's happened. So that obviously shows you how strong it is. But bear in mind that Bazz B would have been a lot stronger if he had his full standing. So to be fair, I do think Bazz B put up a good fight, even though he didn't have his full standing and he was weakened by the Ashwaylan. So if we did have his full standing, I think that would have been awesome. But I'm wondering, would Hashwell would have won if Bazz B had the full standing? Because the way Bazz B's still talking to him, Bazz B's just like, oh, come on, fight me, or are you still scared of losing to me? So I don't know if that's arrogance, or if that is actually truth that Bazz B's stronger, but I truly think it's probably arrogance. But yeah, I am hoping, because I don't know if Manga Panda screwed me over last week, but if Manga Panda fully screws me over this week, and I'm putting this in my video, I'm gonna feel like such a dick. I'm gonna feel like such an idiot, because I'm just reading something and I'm thinking it's. I swear, if Manga Panda screws me over, they're just trolls. I don't even care. They're just trolling about. Because Hashwell says buzzard black, and if that is a technique, that's pretty cool. But I didn't really see him do anything afterwards. All I saw him shout out is buzzard black and jump. That could be a typo for Bazz B back, like back off Bazz B. That might be it. But if it is a name of his ability, Buzzard Black, that sounds pretty cool. I don't know what it is. To be fair, we still don't really know much of Hashwell's ability. He didn't really use like the epithet that His Majesty Juho Bark gave him in his fight. It was pretty much just all he was using was that we know of, just was his base level, just a sword. So obviously it was pretty it shows how strong Hashwell is, but maybe that's the point. Maybe that's the simplicity of his attack. Maybe that's literally his ability, because when Hashwell first invaded, he took out Aizen-looking guy. What's the name? Hidetoma or something like that. He was in squad 13, 6th seat, and he had glasses and he had like basically hair like Hashwell, and everyone's just like, it's Aizen. Like Aizen's here, Aizen's here. Now I don't care. He was one of my favorite Soul Reapers, even though he was only in for like 4 chapters, but still. The way Hashwell took him out is literally Hashwell walked past him, and you just see his whole body just gets torn in half. You don't see him swing his sword or anything. So maybe that's literally the point in Hashwell's attack. Maybe it's just swiftness. Maybe there's something like, just like, it reminds me of Byakuya in the early days when, it's around Soul Society arc. I can't remember what it's called, the Soul Chain, Soul Break? Is it when he breaks your soul, when he does flash step, and he does it so fast that he breaks the chain, your soul chain. Something like that. It might be that's what Hashwell's using. And if that is, I wouldn't be surprised, because even going back into the flashbacks, the whole setup in like the whole army and that, it was very similar to the Soul Reapers, just like vice captain and captain, because Hashwell was a captain level at that time. So if Hashwell was a captain level at that time, truly, how strong is Hashwell right now? That's what I want to know. And why were they called captains? Because right now there's nothing like that. It's just Sturmer, A, B, C, and D. So why did Juho Bark change? That's what I really want to know. And if they were called vice captains and captains, was it after the Soul Reapers? or were they called it first and the Soul Reapers kind of copied them? Because we truly do not know, like, who came first, the Soul Reaper or the Quincy. We know that the Soul King was created for the balance of the souls, and the way the Quincy's used it, the way the Quincy's talked about it, Juha Bark and Hashirot talked about the Soul King being an enemy of the Soul Reapers, that the Soul Reapers created the Soul King and chained him up. People are saying that, like, the Soul King was a Quincy or something, and that comes back to Juha Bark's eyes. Juha Bark said that these eyes are the proof of a true Quincy. And in this chapter, Hashirot said, "I will always be watching," or something. Hubert kind of pisses me off. I'm gonna get to Hubert in a second, but Hashirot was just like, Hubert was just like, His Majesty won't see it if we fight, and then Hashirot would just be like, Hashirot was like, "Oh, I'll be seeing it," or something like that, and he looked back. So what, does this mean Hashirot's got the eyes as well? It might be just necessarily meaning that he's watching, but if you look at Hashirot, like, his irises and his eyes, he might have it, he might have them, maybe it's just not enabled yet, but it's every 100 years a Quincy like this is born, and Juha Bark says these eyes are the proof of a true Quincy. Hashirot is a similar Quincy to Juha, so maybe Hashirot's got eyes like it, or something similar. So maybe maybe the Quincy's that are born every 100 years who don't manipulate Reishi, maybe they're the true Quincy's, and these ones are like, you could say they are like mixed, but they're not mixed, if you see what I mean, like their abilities aren't true. And the true Quincy's are ones not to manipulate Reishi, but to give out. That might be something. I'm just like, I'm theorizing right there, but seriously, I'm kind of bummed that Bazz B's dead, but I'm liking his death. The way Bazz B died was quite cool. How he just fell to the ground, and he was literally sincere. Like, their friendship was obviously true to the end. But what pissed me off is, if Bazz B, last chapter, everyone was kind of thinking Bazz B's kind of a douche because, like, your friend's getting picked to become Juha's right-hand man. You should be loving that because that was your aim. Your aim was to get close to Juha and kill him. So, in this chapter when Bazz B's dying, Hashirot doesn't even, I don't think Hashirot even looks at Bazz B. That's what kind of pisses me off. What kind of guy is Hashirot not to look at your friend when he's dying? Like, I don't know. There's a lot of things need to be explained from Hashirot. To be fair, I'm going back to the Soul Society arc because there are a lot of similarities between Hashirot and Byakuya. When in the Soul Society arc, everyone thought Byakuya was a douche as well. Everyone was thinking Byakuya was like a villain because everyone was just like, how are you treating your sister like that? How dare you arrest your sister and send her like to her death pretty much. He was just like, he had to do it because he promised his family, like he's doing it for basically for the Soul Society. He's doing it for his clan. So what, does Hashirot's got something like this? Is Hashirot doing all of this because he's got his own, he made a promise to someone, maybe it was to his uncle or someone I do not know, maybe he made a promise that we do not know of to Juha Bark. We have no clue, but it's just a lot of similarities. Like, why did Byakuya do this? We finally found out why he done it, and now we love him. Now we don't know what Hashirot's done it. Maybe we'll find out in the future. We might love Hashirot in the future. Like, we don't know if Hashirot's a villain because the way he acts, he's not even he's so empathetic. I believe, is that the word? When he's I believe it is. He just doesn't feel anything. He's got no emotion to anyone, and that's it. Like, he's so opaque to feelings or anything. His friend's dying, and he's not even looking at him. So it was obviously an amazing chapter. A lot of stuff happened. Buzzard Black, if that is a technique, that's freaking awesome. I do not know what he even does, but still, I did actually enjoy this fight. Okay, now before I end this chapter, Hubert, who the hell does Hubert think he is? Like, I swear, Hubert needs to chill. Like, why does he always want to be trying to get out Bazz B? I won't be surprised if Hubert died by Yamamoto's hands because Hubert thought he could take out Yamamoto, because who the hell does Hubert think he is? Hubert comes in thinking he's such a boss, saying to Hashirot, step back, and he's freaking, Hashirot's his boss. So I don't even know, but to be fair, Hubert's kind of joking. It's kind of funny that he died because he just thinks he's so sick, but like, in honesty, he actually isn't. So that was pretty much this chapter with yeah, that was pretty much this chapter with Hashirot and them fighting, and yeah, Bazz B's arm, of course. The typical Bleach thing, Bazz B's arm has to get cut off first before he dies, so yeah, that's the thing. I still don't know how he took him, I still don't know the burner full finger. I have no clue what that is, but he knows. I'm still baffled on that burner finger 4. No, full burner finger move. It looks sick. It looked like a spiral. Maybe it's like, because it looked like it massive came out of like a hand kind of thing. So it might have been like a spiral of like fire which should just explode on contact. Might be something like that. It looked pretty sick. This is why I wanted Bazz B to fight Grimjaw, because that would have been mad. Could you imagine? No, Bazz B fighting Renji, that would have been sick. Because bear in mind that Bazz B would have been way stronger if Bazz B had his full standing. So if Bazz B, what do you think? If Bazz B had his full standing, would you think he would have injured Hashira more? So that was pretty much the chapter. Tell me your thoughts. Wait, let me. Have I? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Tell me the thoughts in the comments below. And how do you find Bazz B's death when he was just like, I never thought losing to you would be more shameful. So that was obviously some feels there, but you know, the allergies kicking in. Yeah, kind of sneezing about and everything, but still, like, let's forget. Yeah, did Shinigami-san, tell me your thoughts in the comments below. What did you find of this chapter? Are you happy of the way Kubo dealt with Grimjaw's death? Not Grimjaw, sorry. Like, Grimjaw's not going anywhere, man. Grimjaw's here for life. So your thoughts, do you think Kubo dealt with Bazz B's death right? Are you happy with the way he was like killed off? And what are you thinking of with Hashira? Do you think what do you think of my theories, of my ideas in this review? I was just kind of throwing some ideas out there, so it might be true, it might be not, we do not know. So obviously this is the end of the Bazz B kind of Jugo flashback. I truly thought Kubo was going to put in a 1,000 years ago flashback now, but I can't see it happening now. So I truly do not know when he's going to do it. He might do it the next time when I honestly don't know when Kubo's going to put in the 1,000 year flashbacks. I might have to make a video of my thoughts when that's going to come back in. But tell me your comments below. How did you like this chapter? Shinigami-san, I'll see you next week for Bleach chapter 635. What do you think is going to happen next week? Do you think it's going to go back to Grimjaw and Askin and maybe like Kyoraku and sorry, pardon me, and Irohara? Because that'd be pretty cool to see and who they ended up with. Or might be hopefully, you know, like freaking Mayuri. So if we can see Toshiro and all the other zombie Soul Reapers. Or hopefully, you know, maybe the Fullbringers. Like, where's the Fullbringers at? So, or like Kukaku, I'm hoping Ishin, I'm hoping Ryugen. Obviously, they're not going to happen in the next chapters, but I'm hoping to see them in the future. So tell me your thoughts, comment below. Shinigami-san, I'll see you next week, and subscribe for weekly reviews of Bleach. See ya.